All right, so welcome. Happy Thursday. Today is December 2nd. So today you should be working on 5.4 point slope day 1. Okay, should say ID 28. So hopefully the days and sheets you got match up. If not, if you have missed it all this week, make sure that you've gotten Monday through Wednesday done before you try to do Thursdays, okay? They're all in that little wheelie black cart. Should be right in front of the TV. That's where I put it before I left. And so make sure that you got all those, okay? So, point slope form. So this is our first day talking about point slope form. Okay, it is another form that we do when we're talking about slope and y-intercepts and stuff like that. So the point slope form looks like this. Y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. Okay, so you're going to have that formula. The one thing that I want to note, these are the things that you're going to be plugging stuff into. Okay, the y and the x are part of the formula. Okay, and if you remember when we did slope-intercept formula, which is y equals mx plus b, same thing. We never messed with this y and this x. Okay, but we did with the m and the b. Okay, so the x sub 1, y sub 1, and the m, those are things that you're going to be plugging in, okay? So, point slope. So, it says write the point slope form of the equation of the line through the given point with the given slope. So what you're doing here is if you were given a graph and you knew that you wanted it to go through here and they gave you a slope, you could use that slope and draw a line through there. Okay, so that's what we're doing with the graph. So the very first thing you want to do is kind of look at what you got and look at what you need. Well, we need our answer to be in point slope form. So like this. And the way that you can tell if something's in point slope form is if it still has parentheses. Okay, and we have a point, that's what we call this, x sub 1, y sub 1, and a slope. And we always use m for that. Okay, and so we're just plugging this in. So we got y minus, what is my y1? Well, my y1 is negative 2 equals m. Well, my m is 5 over 2. X minus x1 is negative 2. Okay, the one thing that I do want you to do with these, what's a minus minus? Okay, well, a minus minus is going to be a plus, and so this one's going to be a plus. Okay, we want this left in point slope form. Okay, point slope form has parentheses and this has parentheses. So this is good. This is right. Okay, you're going to leave it just like that. Okay, the first page is just all a matter about plugging it in. Okay, so we're going to label x1, y1, and m. It's really important to label, and you're going to see why the further we get, you're going to need to have stuff labeled, okay? So we're going to have y minus, okay, y1. And I wrote on the board the formulas over here in case you lose it or something, but definitely write it on top of your paper. So my y1 is negative 3 equals m is 1/2. X minus my x1 is negative 2. Okay, do I have any minus minuses? If so, they need to be changed. Okay, well, here's 1, so we make it a plus, and here's 1, we make it a plus. Okay, we're going to label x1, y1, and m. Okay, so I got y minus my y1 is 5 equals my m is negative 3 over 2. X minus my x1 is 0. Okay, do I have any minus minuses? Okay, the minus minus has got to be right next to each other. Okay, so like this is not a minus minus. Okay, they got to be like minus and then minus, like buddies, right next to each other. Okay, so there's no minus minuses we can change, and so this is our answer. Okay, point slope has parentheses. Okay, that's how you can tell. Okay, so remember if we need to do it in slope intercept or point slope, but okay, so we're gonna label x1, y1, and my m. Okay, so I got y minus my y1 is negative 1 equals m is negative 1/5. X minus my x1 is 5. Okay, do we have any minus minuses? Yeah, so we need to change this one to a plus. And now it looks good. Okay, take a second and try to do 9 for yourself. Okay, so it should say y minus 0 equals 2x minus 1. Okay, so we're going to say plus. Okay, so write the slope-intercept form. I wrote the directions wrong on this, so I want to apologize. It should say write the point slope form. Okay, so point slope is going to, same thing. So we know we need our answer to look like this. Y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. Okay, so we need our answer to look at like parentheses, but we also need to look and see what we've given in the problem. And we're given these, okay? And so anytime you can label points, so you can say x1, y1, x2, y2. Okay, well right now, can we fill in this formula? We can't because we don't have the m, okay? But what we do have is other formulas, okay? And so far we've gone over 3 formulas. We've gone over slope, which is it's over on the board. Okay, it's y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. We went over slope-intercept, which is y equals mx plus b, and we went over the point slope, which is this. Okay, which of these formulas uses this? Our slope, our m. Okay, and so m, which is really what we need, is this formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, and so we can use these to find the m, and then we're able to plug in this stuff. So my y2 is going to be 5 minus 0. x2 is 1 minus x1 is 0. Okay, same thing. If you don't remember from Monday, we just type this in on the calculator. So you hit your fraction button, okay, and you say 5 minus 0 over 1 minus 0. Okay, and we got 5. So 5 is really what? What were we finding? Well, 5 is really our slope. Okay, that's our m. Okay, so now we have our m and we got an x1 and a y1. And so now we can plug it into point slope form. So we can say y minus, what is my y1? Okay, and this is why labeling is so important. Okay, so whatever you use for your y1 and your y2 and your x2, you have to use the same stuff for down here. Okay, so minus 0 equals, what's my m? My m is 5, we found that. Over x minus, what is my x1? Well, my x1 is also 0. Okay, do we have any minuses? No, and so we're done. Okay, so you have to find the slope first before you can put it in point slope. Okay, so in these ones, your very first step, we got to find the slope. So we're going to say x1, y1, x2, y2. Okay, and I'm going to write the formula down one more time, but we got m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, y2 is 4 minus, what is my y1? 2 over x2 is 0 minus x1 is negative 2. Okay, type those in the calculator. You need it in the lowest form. So you're going to say 4 minus 2 on top and 0 minus negative 2 on the bottom. Okay, so make sure that you do that double minuses on there, okay? And you should get 1. Okay, so 1 is our what? What were we finding? 1 is our slope. Okay, this is our m. Okay, so now we can use our point slope formula, which is, this is point slope, y minus y1 equals m x minus x1. Okay, so we got y minus, what is my y1? Is 2 equals, my m is 1, x minus x1 is negative 2. Okay, do we have any minus minuses? Yes, so we need to change it to a plus. Okay, and this one doesn't. And so we've got it in point slope. That was our whole goal, to get these in point slope form. Okay, point slope form is when you left it with parentheses, and eventually we'll distribute and turn it back into slope intercept form. But the general formula is you're going to go from slope to point slope to slope intercept. Okay, where we're trying to get that y by itself, but we're not doing that today. Okay, I'm going to start another video, so make sure you turn it back on. And I'm going to do the last 4 of mine